Hello, I'm Jeff Darty, and welcome to Psychological Autopsy. Why does gaslighting feel like confusion? Let's look into that a little bit today. Well, the whole idea is this. It feels like confusion. It actually feels not like you're being lied to, which in most cases you really are. It feels like you're losing confidence in yourself. Gaslighting doesn't feel like being lied to. It feels like there's something slowly going wrong inside your own mind. This is why it's so insidious. So, what is actually the definition of gaslighting? Well, it's repeated denial, it's subtle contradiction, and it's emotional destabilization. It is anything, any methodology, any system that the goal is really not to prove you wrong, it's just to make you unsure of whether you're right or not. And the reason why it feels like confusion is because it creates cognitive dissonance within your mind. You know what you know, and now you're being questioned, and now you're being destabilized, and it creates this subtle contradiction way down deep on the inside. And when you have this contradiction, because you're a smart person, it creates an emotional destabilization within you. And again, it's not to make you think you're wrong, gaslighting. It's really just to make you unsure that you're right. Unsure that you're right. Healthy people assume that when something doesn't align, that it's just miscommunication. In that sense, gaslighting leverages that trust. They take advantage of that trust. And because healthy people, reasonable people, we assume misunderstanding before we assume malice. And that is why gaslighting will work with us. And there's really three phases of gaslighting. First, you've got the micro contradiction, just little small denials, little small questions, little small doubts injected into your sense of self, your sense of purpose, your sense of belief. And then comes an emotional reversal. You bring concerns. Hey, I was wondering about this. Hey, this doesn't seem quite right. Hey, what about that? And then when you bring a concern, you end up being the one that's apologizing. You walk in confident, needing, seeking, and understanding, and you walk out apologizing. You ever been there? And then what happens is you begin to internalize that. It just feels like you're eternalizing it. You internalize it. You begin to argue with yourself. And at this stage, you don't even need the outside manipulator arguing with you anymore, because gaslighting has brought you to the stage where you are arguing with yourself. You're arguing internally. And why do stable people fall for gaslighting? Usually because of our empathy. We're very empathetic. We're very kind. We're very caring. We want to take everything at face value. Also because of our conscience. We're very, very much wanting to be good and right and pure. And strangely enough, gaslighting works on us so well is because we are people of self-reflection. It's kind of a paradox, but the more willing you are to examine yourself, the easier it becomes for someone employing gaslighting to shift blame onto you. And what happens? Well, you end up having self-doubt, and self-doubt, especially in smart people, creates anxiety. Anxiety and self-doubt, They combine to create confusion. And confusion after gaslighting is not instability. It's the residue of repeated contradictions. So we need to learn to kind of listen to ourselves, trust ourselves, believe ourselves, because at the end of the day, gaslighting succeeds not by overpowering us. Gaslighting succeeds by making us distrust ourselves. If you found something here that's familiar, we're here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Psychological Autopsy. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, and I look forward to seeing you next time.